Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. In front of us we have the Sangean ATS-909X. It's an AM, FM stereo, long wave, shortwave with single sideband portable receiver. I purchased this radio for approximately $200 off of Amazon, and here it is. Sangean ATS-909X. We have FM with RDS, cool. Medium wave, long wave, short wave, PLL, synthesized receiver. Picture of it in white, mine's in black. It's a pretty big box it comes in. Barely fits on a frame of my camera. Little side picture there. Sangean upside down. The back has some bullet points here. 406 station presets, which I thought was pretty amazing until we go through them, and I'll tell you why it's not so amazing. Let's see, 5 tuning methods, large LCD, it is nice, 3 alarms, cool. Built-in 42 world cities, beautiful. Wide narrow filter, single side band. It's really nice to tune, by the way, I enjoy it. I got a squelch function, which I think is really nice. Let's see, adjustable sleep timer, EEPROMs for memory backup, so if you change your batteries and you don't change them fast enough, it stays stored permanently. Love it. You can add editing names for your stations, and we'll talk about that. Tone control, rechargeable battery option. It can charge batteries for you. Little symbols on the bottom. There we go. Okay, so I took everything out of the box just to make it easier. So we'll go ahead and show you what came in the box. Set this aside. Let me lower this down. All right. First thing we get is a power adapter. I love getting these. You know, you buy expensive radio, you should be getting one. I like that. Here is the rating, 9 volts. Looks like 700 milliamps. So that's cool. Nice. Get one of those. Let's see what else we got. Got a pair of headphones. Didn't take them out yet. They look pretty nice, like the premium ones you get with the little Sangean portables. And here's little earbud covers. All right. And then I thought was pretty cool, they threw in one of their real antennas, the ANT-60. This I think is like a 22 footer. I have one of these strung up in my radio room. I use it as an internal antenna. Works out pretty good in a pinch. They do better when they're strung up outside, of course, but nice they include one. Let's see, paperwork. We got some paperwork here. Very important. It's about your AC adapter making noise. Let's see here. We got a limited warranty. You guys can look at that if you need to. I think it's a 1 year, typically is. All right. And then we have the book. It's a real nice looking book. You get this nice little binder here. It's in multi-language, so like the English language is in the front, and I believe we had to talk about some of the frequency ranges. So here you go. Pretty awesome. And let's see if they got anything else in here. There's more. I know there might be some more information. Let me get to it here. Talk about RDS, which this radio has. This is what I wanted to show you. A tuning step on each band. It's pretty nice. So in FM, you have a fast and slow feature on the rotary knob, the long wave, medium wave, short wave, and then upper and lower sideband. On fast, you have 1 kilohertz, and on slow, this is actually a misprint. It should say 40 hertz. And it's really amazing to tune in the upper sideband. It's actually probably the easiest radio I've used tuning the upper sideband. Oh, here we go. Here's a little input for the different meter bands. Okay. And some squelch settings. So pretty basic book, very easy to read, except for a misprint here or there. Not a big deal. I think we can all figure this out. I talk about alarm, setting the time, putting up an aerial. So there we go. All right, so let's go get the radio out. Our radio, okay, it comes in a cool pouch. Let me show you. Here we go. Sangean, yeah. This is nice. So it comes in a Velcro pouch here. Go ahead and take the radio out. All right, there it is. The 909X. Yeah, I've always wanted this radio. And here it is. So let's get this straightened up a little bit. Bring this into frame. Okay, so the go to dimensions real fast. We have 8 1/4 inches across, 5 1/4 inches high, and we have a depth of 1.5 inches. Okay, so size comparison. I gotta bring this back up. It's a big radio. Okay, so here we go. Let's turn this. We have CC pocket. Definitely not as portable. We have Iron Man. He's the man with master plan. And then this is a good comparison here. I recently reviewed Texan 660. There you go. Gives you an idea for size comparison. I know a lot of people want to know the difference in size. Well, there you go. thicknesses. You can see how much thicker this 909X is. And this Texan 660 is beautiful on shortwave also. Just amazing. But the 909X really, when you have it hooked up to an external, is amazing. So amazing. So there we go, though. Give you some ideas. All right. So let's talk about features. There's a lot of features on this radio. I'll go ahead and bring this back down. And we'll cover most of them, but I'm sure there's a lot of videos out there you guys have seen. But this is my video, and I try to cover everything too. Let's go on the left side. Left side looks pretty awesome. You have the external jack for the shortwave. Works fantastic. It doesn't help the FM though. I noticed it actually reduces the reception on the FM, so only use it for the shortwave. Here we have auxiliary in, so if you wanted to add an iPod or whatever device, you can listen to that, and you actuate it by on and off button right here. We have a standby and a line out feature. The Sangean, I believe, is a DR101. I'll put a little pop-up here for the name of that product they have. They have a recorder that actually works with this radio real nicely, so it can time it and turn the radio on and off, which is really nice. Headphone jack. Headphone experience is really good. Sounds fantastic. Enjoyed it. FM stereo. Sounds beautiful. You can't get better. Nice experience. Here we have antenna gain control. So up there it says minimum and max. So you just adjust this as you need it. I find that I have it on max quite a bit with the whip. But with the external antenna plugged in, you have to sometimes take it down a notch because it works really well with this external antenna. And that's just with a simple wire. It's amazing how much extra gain you get. So you actually have to bring this down a little bit so you can get better results. So we'll leave it on max for now. There's your DC input right there. All right, front of the radio, we have a 3-inch speaker behind this metal grill. Sangean. I like this embellishment they put on there. It's kind of raised. Nice. Here to the right, we have the big LCD screen. As you can see, it says a home. That's our home time. We have a little sun saying we're daylight savings time. Other things will pop up here in these windows. Over here is where your alarms would come up. You have 3 alarms. The frequency display, the name of the station name. I'll show you how to do that. It's pretty cool. Your signal strength indicator. The green box, what page you're on. And then down here will be what memory you're on of that page. And then here you can see it's got a little shortwave guide. When you use the scan features of this radio, it scans in those bands but doesn't leave those bands. To leave the bands, you have to manually tune it with this jog wheel here. Up here with the power and sleep function button, this is a charge light. Behind that will be a red light that comes on when you're charging the batteries. Here we have a light indicator that you can hit. A nice white light there pops up for 12 seconds. You can turn it back off. I usually run it off. I don't really need it. Okay, over here we got more buttons. We have the bands, FM, long wave, medium wave, short wave. If you notice, they have secondary features, ATS or FM, long wave, and medium wave. And here on the shortwave one, we don't have ATS, but we have what we call meter. You hit this, and you hit one of these buttons to access the meter bands, if you can see them printed on the buttons there. See the 16 meter, 19 meter, 13 meter. So that's how you access it. You hit this button, then that when you're on shortwave. Works out pretty nice. You saw the numeric keypad. You saw the little meter bands functions. Also, you'll notice there's letters, and that's how you program the alphanumeric display to show station name for your FM, AM, and long wave. It doesn't work with shortwave. For shortwave, you can name the pages of memory, but you can't name individual shortwave stations. I don't know why they did that, but that's how they did it. So here we have the access to the 3 timers for your 3 alarms, waking up to bell or to radio. Here we have single sideband button, which helps you toggle RDS and, of course, your alarm settings. Here we have a frequency access button, memory access button, enter key. The C was a clear button, and here's your decimal point for entering frequency by decimal. Lock feature to lock the radio. Show you that there, your little key comes on. And there's also a memory lock too, so you don't accidentally delete the memories of your memory mode. Here we have the page select feature, edit feature. That's for editing the alphanumeric part, which we'll show you. And priority, this is really cool. This is kind of like your favorite station. So if you didn't want to mess with your station, like, I want my favorite station, you just hit that button. It takes you there when the radio's on, wherever you're at. If it's an FM station, AM station, shortwave station, whatever it is, it'll take you right there instantly, which is really nice. Here we have tuning up and down and seek up and down buttons. I find myself using these quite a bit because this jog wheel, it's got an indent to it, and it's not very comfortable to tune. I know people mod it and they actually remove that clicking feeling, and I think that's probably what I'm going to do or try to do, because I do not like this feeling. It just doesn't feel natural. It's too clicky. Step is really nice. You can step between slow and fast on the fly and off, so you can lock it. Here we have Squelch button. So there you go. I don't know if I mentioned the Squelch button already. Probably did. Okay, right hand side, we've got some more stuff. We've got a volume control. We got a time set. So this is for the RDS feature, you know, the RT signal. I'll be honest with you, none of my stations have it right. Even with the daylight savings time off, it still doesn't do it right. So I just leave mine on manual. It's nice, you can just flip the switch to manual and not worry about it. Here we have tone control, music, normal, news. Tend to put on music most of the time, though news does help on some shortwave stations. Here we have a wide, narrow filter for AM and stereo mono switch for FM. So we'll leave it on wide right now. All right, so top of the radio, we have some more buttons. Over here we have ATS-909X and 406 memories. Over here we have the buttons. This is how to set your time, your daylight savings time, and then your world and home clock feature. Okay, so the antenna is a stainless steel variety, which is really nice. It extends out to a whopping 47 inches. You'd think with this 47-inch whip, it would be really nice on the shortwave, and it really isn't. I don't know why it's not tuned well with it, but for shortwave, it's not good. For FM, it's great. It works really decent, but if you clip a wire to this, or if you hook up the you plug in an external here, your FM just goes dead. I don't know why it ruins the FM signal, but then the shortwave gets boosted. So just remember that. Don't plug in for FM. It just doesn't help it. All right, so the back of the radio. We're going to the back. Well, actually the bottom. I'll show you the bottom. So this is data in AB. That's the factory. So the factory can reprogram the radio. Here we have a reset button to reset everything. So you probably delete all your EEPROM. Let me just turn this over here. I think I showed you the volume knob, right? The volume knob over here was a pretty basic thing. Just analog volume control. Very simple. Actually, it's kind of snug. So I guess where you put it, you can't accidentally bump it, which is nice. Okay, back of the radio has a nice little flip out stand. I can get that up, and let me just see if I can do this. There we go. So that's nice. It has a little UTC clock there. Not really necessary when you have such a great clock feature built into the radio. There's a frequency chart. Takes 4 AA batteries. And then in here is your battery compartment. I should show you. Hinge door, which is nice. And you got 2 little switches. There's your 9K, 10K AM step switch. And then you have the alkaline and NiCad battery select right there for your, so you don't blow up alkalines. I'm using alkalines right now. So yeah, you don't want to plug an AC adapter and have the wrong setting. That would be bad. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn the radio on. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to Radio Todderbert and do an audio test. And before I do that, of course, we're going to talk about AM reception. Also, this antenna, I forgot to show you, has a pop-up feature. So hold the radio, pop that up, and now it'll clear the case, and I can lay this radio flat. So let me show you this. It works out really good. So it comes up right against the case there, and now I'm able to extend this antenna up all the way and straight flush with the radio. I like this. This is nice. So I'll bring this antenna up. It's full 47-inch for this. It's really nice. So FM reception. I did a test with this. I got 65 plus stations, so the sensitivity is good to very good. That's about 3.5 star rating. Very nice. The selectivity was good to very good. It holds the station well and has great separation. So when you move the radio, it tends to hang on to that signal, and there's hardly any bleed over. So I was really impressed with that. Real quick too, before we turn it on, presets. On this radio, you get 9 on the long wave, 18 on the AM, 27 on the FM. So that's kind of where it falls short. It said 406. I thought, oh wow, 100 on each or something like that. Nope. And 351 on shortwave, and 1 for priority. So if you add up those, there should be 406. The thing is, this radio is built for shortwave when you have an external antenna all day long. It's built for shortwave. It does great on AM too. I just wish it had more presets for the AM. It just kind of fell short there. Kind of bummed out about that. Maybe they'll come out with a newer model. They'll address that issue. I'd like to see maybe 1,000, because, you know, the 606 has 2,000 memories in it. Or sorry, 660 has 2,000 memories. And I don't see why this couldn't have more. So let's go ahead and turn it on. And this neat little feature here, we'll turn on 97.7. We'll do audio thing. Todderbert. So with the AM, FM, long wave stations, your presets, you can actually name the station, which I did. Not for this one, but I did here. It's radio waves. So I named those stations. For shortwave, though, you can only name the page of memories. You can't name the individual shortwave stations. I think I might have mentioned that. So yeah, there's the presets in a nutshell. So let's go ahead and turn on Radio Todderbert and hear what we can hear tonight. And we'll rock out here. Okay, plug everything in. Get everything unplugged from the last video. Alright, here it goes. That's news, normal, music, stereo, slow, fast, Okay, get a little idea of the audio quality. Alright, so we'll go ahead and stop that. I'll unplug that stuff. Alright, so let's show you a little bit about the tuning aspect. So this is 977. I got 105.9.
It was not too long. Now by that I mean there was...
So you can tune down, so you can press and hold, let go, and it'll seek the next station. We have RDS. So do it different menus. Station, state program type, station information. So yeah, it gives program information. So this is pretty nice. It's there and it scrolls, which is really nice. I enjoy that. So there you go. You can read that. Pretty basic RDS, which is nice it has. And we'll go ahead and we're going to go back up here.
And 12 people
So
killed
tuning,
that same weekend.
you got slow. So you can tune those increments, or you have fast.
All of them would get together in a round table in a room and say, wait a minute.
Okay, so we're going to go jump to shortwave. So here are our bands, and we're going to hit shortwave. And then to get to the meter, you hit shortwave, and then the meter you want to go to. So we'll go there, the 75 meter band. I think I'm maybe a little higher, to the 49. And what we'll do is we'll seek and we'll see if we can find any stations. Now, the antenna will get a boost if I clip a wire on, even keep fully extended. So we're going to go ahead and give it full gain, what I can, from down here. We'll go ahead and tune with this and see if we can find anything.
He responds to faith. He loves everybody, but he responds to faith. Now, with that,
I changed it to news for tone.
John 11. We are going to look again and...
Now it's going to seek within the band.
On your FM radio, at 102.5 FM, but you can also listen to a streaming radio on our website, www.
It's pretty sensitive, so.
The sword to be used against the devil radical when he can push.
I'd like to find some hams here. Okay, so it's it scans like I showed you. So we'll expand. If anything up here, and then we'll try to manually tune. See the jog wheel. The jog wheel on Shortwave, it's just not fun. Like I said, I'm going to research on taking this indent out because it's really, it just doesn't feel very natural with this indent going. Now we're out of band. Now we're able to fine tune.
The Holy Spirit, he had the word, and he sworn in line.
Go fast.
You had colored right hands, something of slackness. Why not declare?
Let's go to the bottom here. If we can get any hands. It'd be nice to bring one in. If not, we'll go right to medium wave.
Can never grace its shores. Tragically, this magic experience is of fame for untold multitudes.
You do get 351 presets for the Shortwave, which is good. If you're a Shortwave master, this radio's for you. I like this radio a lot. I mean, you saw my little clip, which I'll put up here, where I found a Croatian. First time I turned this radio on. It was amazing. I thought they were having a competition, like a field day or something, because all these people are trying to get a hold of them. Oh, I hear something. I think we got the code. Let's tune this in. There we go. And then you just slow. Try to find if I can get that signal back. It's fine tuning right now. Okay, I might have lost it.
It's located outdoors. Oh, okay. All my stuff's on the inside. There's a main one at the top that's 200 amps, and all the rest of them there.
Yeah, I've got two 200 amp breakers. I've got one outside, and I've got another 200 amp breaker.
Beautiful. With single sideband. It's just amazing. You just
And just one of them feeds the
find
other
them,
one.
hit the button, and just tune away. It's just It's glorious. It's just, the 660 is nice, but you got the separate knob and you're fiddly. This thing you don't fiddle, you just
And if you throw the one
dial it in.
inside, the whole house goes dead except for the AC.
Alright, so there's a touch of ham radio operator. Just awesome how easy it is to tune them in, so I love it. Let's go ahead and go to medium wave. We're going to go ahead.
We were fortunate to pass something called Second Chance.
Go ahead and just show you how this does. We're not going to spend a lot of time because we're running out of time here.
More than 800
Should round out the review though.
have been provided to not-for-profit churches,
So you saw some different ways to tune the radio.
local government.
You can, like I said, there's a way to enter in the characters there. You just hit edit,
and
you need a little flashing icon, and you can move to different positions here. Here's your position. And you can change those letters by the jog wheel,
People commit a crime, they get convicted, they go to jail, they go to
or you can
prison,
change it by the
then
key
they
here.
come out. If they get help when they come out, that would have
Pretty
a
neat.
big bearing.
So you can put your
on
station ID
whether or
on the
not
FM,
or
AM,
how
and long wave.
soon they're back in. And so we're
You know, it's a ground ball to get the base now.
Lefty to lefty now. Wilson facing Murphy. Murphy 1 for 3 in the game. And Justin's first pitch of the evening is swung on and fouled away by Murphy.
Really not the case. We're proud of ourselves for having gotten through it. We're educated on the
WGN.
issue. So what do we
Radio
do
wave.
with this knowledge that we have?
And Albert Almora Jr. due up.
Love that. Okay, so yeah, we could put in like direct entry. So you go frequency mode, and then we go 650. Get some Nashville here, maybe. So yeah, the radio does very well. Let's go to 740. Very well on medium wave. I was very happy with it during the day.
Are conservative. Another secret, men don't like to lose money any more than
The
women
signal
do.
strength indicator is
I believe
very
in
accurate too.
providing customized investment planning for
This is
every
CFZM,
client.
Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. I'm sure if we go up to 750, we'll be Atlanta.
Nothing. I mean, I'm old enough to remember
WSB?
the Challenger. It looks nothing like fireworks. Yeah. iTunes, yeah, they had a mistake back in the late 2000s.
We can go
They
860.
obviously, you know, they'd sell.
Mais quand elle est arrivée,
CJBC.
j'ai vraiment le souvenir que changer ses couches.
Nice and clear. This is 870 WWL. New Orleans.
is that I feel more mentally alert. I'm finding it easier to get out of bed in the morning.
865 miles. That's my time, by the way. So we can change. Oops, I hit the, 1 second. Hit the side button here. So we go world time. So UTC. Alright, and then 850, yeah, 850.
Many times sounds like a 678 or 789.
KOA Denver, 890 miles. And one more here.
Marvelous words then are later adopted by the church.
KDKA Pittsburgh. So yeah, we'll do a formal band scan. We'll do an evening and a daytime one with this machine. So, okay, we'll go ahead and turn this off. Alright, so there it is. The final thoughts for the Sangean ATS-909X. There's a lot to this radio, and I may have missed something, because there's a lot of features and buttons and different things. You may go, hey, todderbert, what does this do? And what's that do? Just ask me. I'll answer below. The priority button, like I said, just takes you to your favorite station. If I turn it on and I hit this button, it's going to take me right to my radio todderbert, which is really cool. So, gotta love it. Thought that was neat. So yeah, here we go. Final thoughts on the ATS-909X. Is it worth $200? Yeah, this thing's worth $200. It is, I would say, one of the best shortwave portable radios I've owned. And there might be better ones out there, but for the size, it's not huge. And it does very, very well, especially when you external antenna. It doesn't take much. When I say external antenna, it's not like a big loop or, a big wire strung up outside. I'm talking about just a little tiny real antenna stuck out there man, does it make a huge difference. Gigantic. So this does get a recommended buy if you want shortwave. If you want a Monster FM radio, this might not be the one. You might want to go with a C-Crane product. But this radio here does a great on medium wave and does fantastic on shortwave. Just blows me away. You saw how easy it was to tune a single sideband. Completely awesome. Leave it right there. Awesome radio. So big thumbs up if you like the presentation of the Sangean ATS-909X. I love it. 2, if you're new and you're like, Sangean 909X, that radio is awesome, I want to see more. Okay, well, go see more by hitting subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified. I'm going to make about 2 or 3 more videos with this radio immediately, and you'll definitely get to see those. I would say within the week or so, you'll see a lot more videos on this radio. I love this radio. And 3, comment below what you think about the Sangean ATS-909X. Would you buy one? Is it too rich for your blood? Do you think there's better radios out there? I mean, I like my 660. I mean, I really like this radio, for $115. But I'll be honest with you, the extra money spent on this one for shortwave, it's night and day for shortwave. Just night and day. I just completely love it. The only thing I don't like about it is this jog wheel. It's not fantastic. I can see why people modify that. It just feels rough. Doesn't feel smooth. So that's one thing I would change. I'm going to figure out how to mod that thing. So there we are. The Sangean ATS-909X. And don't forget to visit Patreon After Hours with todderbert. Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate you watching. Glad you had a good time. Glad you watched this feature. Really awesome radio. Happy to showcase it. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Goodbye.